Howdy, Wyo, Russ here.
And Chris.
It's been a little while since we filmed like intimately like this. We've been honestly just busy and a bunch of things have happened in our lives. You know, life happens to everybody. Not just us, but to you guys as well. You girls, you thems.
Like yesterday, we thought we were going to film, but I ended up being on the phone with Kate in probably India, I think is where she was, for like 4.5, almost 5 hours trying to get our router. What I have to do, we had to upload new firmware on our two routers that are married together, and it was like a forever process. But Kate was awesome. Kate was so intelligent. She was I don't have a clue how anyone knows so much about routers.
Chris got educated.
I know nothing.
Think about it. You got educated.
Yeah. The fact that Kate was able to talk to me from half a world away and have me plug things in and unplug and do this and that, and you do the thing where she takes control of your screen and computer and redoes it. It was through Netgear. It's like that is like something that's really worth. It was like this Netgear for a year, servicing the routers and any of our other devices, $139.99 for like a whole 12 months. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. She already spent 5 hours with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good deal.
And then, of course,
Netgear's not paying me for this. Netgear doesn't know me.
It is definitely busy at the bed and breakfast, even though it's starting to slow down. Yep. We're approaching the slower season, which is... I'm actually kind of excited for it, just to film more videos.
But this week we're going to have like 5 days that we have 6 of the rooms here.
So we actually have a spike coming where it spikes up and gets really busy.
We have a bird watching group coming in, so that's cool. Yeah.
My grandmother is not doing very well, so we also went and saw her in Casper, Wyoming. So I send good energy her direction. And actually my grandfather is not doing very well either, and I send good energy in his direction, but I had to deal with that because family is very important. And I mean, it's a little tricky to deal with, emotionally, but things happen to everybody, And that's kind of like what I've been really thinking is like, yes, my life is tough, but I feel like a lot of people's lives are tough, for one reason or another.
And can you believe, okay, it's September the 30th today. We're having our first snow and grapple. Grapple is kind of like little tiny hail.
You took a picture, right?
Yeah, I took a picture out the window. And so it's been snowing and grappling since early this morning. And I'm not so well for that. But anyway, that's what we're getting. And it's coming up in 16 days. Our car, the little Wyo Sprout, the lease is up on it. So we've got to decide, do we keep it? Or are we going to trade it, turn it back in, and we get another lease? Which is what we're leaning. That's what we're leaning toward.
Get us the new car.
3 years ago, coming up in 14 days, is when our Subaru died. The timing chain or belt or whatever it has on the Subaru fried for the third time, and we ended up just getting stuck in Story, Wyoming, and
then we went to Sheridan.
It happened in Story, and then we went to Sheridan and ended up leasing a car at Valley Motor Honda in Sheridan, Wyoming, and coming home in a new little Honda HR-V, which we love.
And something else is in October.
His birthday.
October 9th, 1989. So I'm going to be 29, and that's crazy because that means I'm approaching 30 years old.
That is crazy.
30.
I'm not robbing the cradle anymore.
No, you're not. So we actually asked for some Q&A questions. I don't know how long ago.
A long time ago.
It was a while ago. But we're going to do a Q&A.
I had to put on my eyeballs.
We're going to try to make this uncut because this is who we are, without the cuts.
Hey guys, just wanted to say I love y'all and a lot. Also, gay sex has been decriminalized in my country, India, as of the 5th September 2018. I am really happy. That's Jason Smith. So, wow, congratulations. That's a big thing in India. That's a big thing anywhere it happens. So that's cool.
I mean, that's just crazy that there's still countries that actually have it criminalized. It's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I think that's a comment.
Yeah.
Was that one?
I just want to read the questions, not the comments. We'll read the comments personally. Okay, are you guys okay with subscribers coming to the bed and breakfast? If so, where do I sign up? Love you guys, long time.
Universal suggestions. That's who said that.
Okay, go to Lairkind Mansion Bed and Breakfast.
Yeah, the direct website is bozemanbedandbreakfast.com. That's where you can make reservations there.
Actually, the people that have come here have been incredible.
Yeah, every one of our subscribers that have come and stayed with us are just awesome people. I mean,
Mike, we have Kelly,
Nat,
and
Bonnie.
Yeah, and much more.
And yeah, we would be forever if we went down through all the names.
We've had quite a few now.
We've had quite a few, yeah.
And if we forgot about you, we still think about you. We didn't really forget about you.
We just don't want to go down that. There's so many.
Oh, okay. This is a good question. Kimberly, how do you say that?
Kimberly Alexis, I think. Chris, do you ever feel like Russ is immature in any way, or is there something he does that reminds you of his age? Well, he's now about to be 29, so he's pretty darn mature. And no, I would say that in some ways he's more mature than I am. I mean, I think he's an old soul, and he's a man.
I'd say most of the time I have better boundaries.
Yeah, he has much better set boundaries. I don't know, just the way we grew up or whatever it is about different individuals. There's a lot of ways that I think he's more mature than I am at 56.
I think it's because I worked on the oil rigs, and I think you have to start learning to put up boundaries, and that you can give people the benefit of the doubt. I think that's very important, that you do give people the benefit of the doubt, but I feel like you should also not be too trusting sometimes. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm not too trusting because I've been burned a lot.
Yeah, he's a lot more cautious than I am. Here is Dave D. Is bi okay? I need gay love! !
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're bi, if you like that's what you're figuring out is who you are, then I would say bi is okay.
I think it's actually in some ways a lucky thing because you have more fish in the sea. You have men and women. You have more options.
Here's the thing that I would think would be difficult. Not being bi, I don't have this. Yes, it gives you twice the number of potential dates on the weekend, I guess is what they say. But here's something that I think might be difficult is if you were in relationship with one individual. If you were wanting a closed relationship, then if you're bi, this is my question, does that mean you are always feeling like you're missing something? If you like both, this is a question for those that are out there that are bi. Do you end up being happy having just a female partner or just a male partner? Or do you end up feeling like you're missing something, and so you really, if you're bi, need a male partner and a female partner? I don't know how that would work.
Okay, I don't really think it would be much different than you settling down with one partner and seeing someone else and being like, oh, they're good looking. We all have eyes.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, like, we're settled down together, but I still have eyes, and I still see very attractive older men.
Yeah.
But I still see them, and, I mean, it's the same feelings. It's choices, and if you find someone you really love, then depending on what your stipulations are in the relationship, then, I mean, you're going to probably go for it. Why not go for it, you know? And why not put all your energy towards that person you love?
Mm-hmm.
You're always going to see good-looking people.
Yeah, the world is full of beautiful people.
And you can't gouge out your eyes, or you shouldn't gouge out your eyes.
No, don't do that.
I mean, we see good-looking people. Actually, we kind of are pretty comfortable about, like, talking to each other. He's
good-looking.
And I can guess who he likes. Like,
he knows just
I know
exactly
99% of the guys you like.
Yeah.
And what do you know about me?
10%.
10%, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah.
That ring light is intense.
It is.
Kind of makes the screen hard to see.
Okay, this is from Lillian Ramona. What should you do when your family will not stop bothering you about being in an age gap relationship? Mine have not stopped being on my case and have called him some things that I went off on them for saying. I have started avoiding them. I just want to be happy. That would be difficult, Lillian, because we've not had that situation to deal with. Our families have been accepting, and
I'll tell you what, if you're in love with someone and you guys treat each other well, awesome, go for it. That's what I think.
That's what I think too.
I think if you truly respect each other, your family should come around and at least be able to see, wow, they're happy together. You know, and if they can't see that, then I'm very sorry for their family.
Yeah. They for my part, they would only have anything to say if they were seeing a situation where there was abusive relationship. But if they're witnessing a loving relationship, irregardless of the age gap, I don't think they should have any concerns.
I mean, love is love.
Yeah.
And if you're following the laws, then I don't see that your family should have any problem with it.
Yeah. Your family, your parents got to make their selection of their loved one, their mate, whatever you want to call it. Then why shouldn't you get to make your choice?
And probably in their family's history, they probably had some weird situation like that. And a lot of our histories, I had a great grandmother that was young, and the guy she married was a lot older.
Yeah, my grandmother on my mother's side, I think she was 20 years younger than my granddad. I would have to go back and ask my mom. I don't remember.
That's where you got it from. We just figured it out.
I don't know. But yeah, and my granddad was the pastor. And he and my grandmother, and she was much younger, they eloped.
What does that mean?
Eloped? That means they met at the well at the church
already.
And went and got in the buggy and went across the state line and got married.
That quick?
Well, they'd known each other for a while.
Okay.
But,
okay.
Yeah, but my grandmother had two older aunts that never had gotten married, and I think they had eyes on my granddad when his wife passed away. And so they were both wanting, I think, to hook up with my granddad, but my grandma got him instead.
Good for you. Okay. Will you guys get any pets in the future?
Well, we talk about this, and we actually have pets. I have 4 little tiny birds, little finches, and he really, really, really likes dogs.
But we have talked about the possibilities of traveling in the future, and
that's a problem.
Pets can really slow you down.
Yeah, so we, at this point in our lives, don't feel like we want to get any other pets, especially ones that need to be walked several times a day and taken care of, and that really need that human or that interaction, period. Because we just don't have time to provide it. And when we get a chance, we want to be able to travel. And if we added another member of our family, it being a dog that needs that, we wouldn't be able to do that. It's just, you just wouldn't be able to do it.
Okay, love to F Fun Mister. Or Foo Mister. How do you say that? Love to F Foo Mister? I don't know. What trips are you planning in the near future? I don't know what that means. What trips are you planning in the near future? Any plans to visit Canada? I love you guys. Well, we don't really have any trips planned besides to go to Sheridan, Wyoming to trade in the car, which is, 4 hours
4
away?
hours.
We love you too, but would we come to Canada? Oh, yeah.
We would love to come to Canada.
If I can get in.
We don't have any plans for.
I mean, I got a DUI 10 years ago. Is it okay for me to go to Canada? I mean, it doesn't show up on my record anymore. I was 18 though, so can I get into Canada?
Yeah. Okay, Nathaniel. That's a neat name. Nathaniel. I've never seen that name.
Oh.
Nelson. Russ, would you go back to work for the oil rig? That's a question for you.
Would I go back to the oil rigs? I think about it all the time, do I not?
He talks about it.
I talk about it a lot. I mean, I've had a taste of making pretty good money. And once you've made that good of money, there's a part of you that you always think about it. I mean, I always think about the money in the back of my head. I'm like, well, if I go back to the oil rigs, I can easily pay my bills. I can travel. I have time off. It's a lot of security. So I do think about it, but ultimately, I love you too much. And I value my fingers. Still have them.
Yeah, that's the big thing for me is it's a dangerous, dangerous job to work on the rigs. And most people end up losing fingers or digits or something. And he plays the guitar, and it's like, that would just... I don't even think he would want to be alive if he couldn't play the guitar. It's a big part of who he is and what he loves. So that would be my concern for him. And I wouldn't like being away from him 2 weeks at a time. So
We've been there and it was tough.
yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Okay, to both of you, what is the one food you could
You
eat
want to say
over?
who it is?
You should let me read it though first, and then we'll say it. You can say it, I guess.
Allie Bagel.
To both of you, what is the one food you could eat over and over again but not get sick of? Because you know how I suck at reading out loud. I really do. So I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, you're doing well. So we both like food diversity. We like all types of foods. Our favorite right now is Indian food.
Ooh.
Indian.
And I love Thai food
and
too.
Thai food.
I like beef jerky.
I can't
Or
eat
just
beef
jerky in general. I love jerky.
So I don't know though that there's anything that if I just ate over and over and over and over, I think I would get tired of it. But what I really like about Indian food is there's so many different kind of flavors that would be, I think, harder to get tired of because you'd be eating so many dishes. But if it was one dish and you ate that one dish over and over and over again, I'd probably still get tired of it.
Yeah, me too.
So,
except for jerky. I could probably eat jerky every day.
probably not me.
Okay, what is your favorite meal to prepare for each other? And that's Samantha Vasquez.
Vasquez.
Okay, I made you chicken enchiladas once. It took like
Hours.
6 hours, and I felt really romantic. I was like, I'm making a romantic dinner for you.
He was accomplished.
No, but
It was really good.
It was nice.
It was like the best chicken enchiladas I've ever had.
Everything from scratch. The
Everything.
sauce and the tortillas from scratch. Everything.
Yeah. And what do I like to make for you?
I know some, but you gotta say it. We got a train in the background.
What do I don't know. I haven't cooked hardly all summer long. So I don't even know. I know like what would be good to make like for today or tomorrow if the weather stayed like this is like
Oyster
clam
stew.
chowder or oyster stew.
Yeah, we got background noise. It's kind of snowing, grappling, and then there's a train. So sorry about that.
Okay, and here's a question that I don't even understand. All of my thoughts are Saturdays for the boys. I don't know what that means. So if Al, if you want to expand on that in the future, I have no clue what that means.
Sounds kind of dirty to me, personally. But yeah, if we had time on Saturdays, who knows what we would be going hiking probably.
Yeah, if you mean, does that mean that's time for us to hang out together? So no.
In the winter,
weekend,
maybe.
But the weekends typically become the busiest part of the week, often. So we work.
Okay,
Tucson Greg.
Oh, sorry. Dyslexia kind of sucks. You guys are in great shape. In addition to your diet and exercise routines, do you take any vitamins, supplements, protein drinks, etc.? Keep making the best videos. XO. I will take pre-workouts or caffeine sometimes to go work out, but I do not take proteins. I just eat foods like vegetables, meats. I love my meat. I really do. Yeah, we don't really take much for supplements.
No, and actually, when I was younger, I did take like a handful of vitamins. I would like rattle and what have you. And for a while, I did the protein drinks, but I ended up finding that was part of what gave me migraines because the processing of protein and breaking it down frees up the glutamate content in things, which is the equivalent of MSG. So I pretty much stopped taking supplements. I just eat complete foods and healthy foods and just get my nutrition that way. Okay.
Mississippi. I'm a straight woman, but I've learned so much about you guys. Love you both. Any kids in the future? That's gonna be an I don't know yet. I mean, same thing. We like to travel, and a pet is a lot of work. So if we got a pet, if that's a lot of work, I mean, having kids would be a lot of work. So
yeah, right now I don't see that as happening. The only way that I could see that as happening is, say we won the lottery. And we were like just so wealthy that we knew we had the ability to adequately cover a child financially and sustain them into the future, and be able to have enough money so that when we traveled, we could take them and we could do homeschooling.
And if I had a child, I'd want enough money that they would have like extensive language schools other than English.
Yeah.
So like Spanish, definitely, English, and maybe even a third one. And they would be fluent. My child would be fluent in all languages.
You would hope. You can't say what your child is going to do.
But but like there's children.
You would try. You would try to make that happen.
I think when you teach a child at like 3, I think they really can learn languages.
They're sponges. If they learn languages at that, they're kids in Cambodia. They were speaking 8 languages. It's like they would just try a language. When I went there to Siem Reap and to Angkor Wat, they would come up and talk to you in German because I'm pale skinned and what have you. It's like respond, and they're like try. They get pretty quick. English, they can speak it all because they're selling you T-shirts and stuff.
Well, yeah, you never really know what a child is going to want to do.
A young brain is just so plastic and can absorb anything. I wish we were exposed as Americans to all sorts of languages. That's where we fall back, I think, in the U.S. is we don't have that easy connection with languages, that exposure. We don't have that exposure to so many different languages. Okay.
Scott Bill, why don't you upload more content to this channel? Is it because life can get in the way? Yes. Mm-hmm. That's why. If that's not it, then why? I would love to see more content. Hope you guys are doing well, and much love to you. Thank you. Much love to you too. Yeah, we just get really busy in the summer. I mean, incredibly busy that it's hard for us to even have like time for each other, just to have like a romantic dinner, right?
Well, let's put it that way. In the summer, we didn't have time. I didn't have time for you. I mean, we didn't even like just have a dinner together. Did we do that all summer long?
No, there was always someone around.
Yeah, we didn't even just get to go and have a romantic dinner. It's busy. Running a bed and breakfast, it's a 24/7 thing. So I do 24/7.
And it actually kind of gets to me emotionally because I really do love romance with you. I'm a romantic guy, and I like to be by just us. Mm-hmm. Sometimes. At least sometimes I like to be by ourselves. Because there's certain things that you can only do when it's...
What could those be?
Just us, right? And when someone's always around, sometimes I'm like, I'm not getting fulfilled.
You didn't get any of that for most of the summer.
Yeah, seriously. And when you're a gym guy like me and your hormones are raging, I mean, you think about it a lot. So, Paul Rainbow. Hi, Russ and Chris. Question for Russ. When did you first date an older guy, and please describe your date with the older man? Well, you're the first guy I dated.
With this first older man.
You're the first guy I dated.
Mm-hmm.
And there's probably videos about that. The first time we met.
There's more to that.
How did you first know Russ was the one for you?
Yeah, Chris. Question for Chris. How did you first know Russ was the one for you? I love you guys and your videos. Well, it was more something that developed because we just ended up having conversations and realized, we're 28 years apart, 27 some of the time, years apart. But we had some of the same thoughts about relationships and what relationships should be.
And spiritual stuff too.
Spiritual stuff.
And science, the mix of spiritual and science. And we're both very open-minded, and we love to learn new things. So,
yeah. So just talking, we're like, wow. That was my thing. At that time, when we started talking, he was just 20 years old. I was like, this guy is like really an old soul. He's really intelligent. He thinks about deep things, and
you would light up, and I could just see this like young heart in you, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess we kind of balance out somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was the first guy I dated. I met other guys in my past, but they always were weird, and they'd be like, "Oh, I'm married." I'm like, "What? You're married? Like what?" Okay. You know, they were like closet cases. Most of the guys I met were closet cases.
Yeah.
Or they were just friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, JR and then a number 78612. Any stuff to report as far as the strike YouTube gave you guys a while back? The strike is completely off the channel. So thank you, YouTube. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
He challenged it or whatever it was called, and he was able to get it cleared up.
It did put me in a funk though. I couldn't help it, but it's all good now.
Okay. Let's see. Ricole Flyby. Truth, love is amazing. Is not about age, color of skin, even distance. I and my boyfriend are currently in a long-distance relationship, and we both have 20 years gap in between. He's such a great cook, gardener, even good in outdoor activities. So share with us who is a great cook, gardener, and outdoor activities planner. See you guys. Hugs.
Ooh, we're both good cooks.
Yeah, he's probably better.
Just depends on the dish.
He cooks with just by taste. He just like sprinkles stuff in. It's like, need a little bit more of this.
And nose. And smell.
And nose. Yeah, he's really good with his senses.
And he's really good at baking. Like, he can make epic mushrooms.
Mush! I make epic mush!
No, I was going to say mushrooms.
Okay.
No. Epic muffins. I don't know why. Neuro pathway got crossed. But also, he's really good in the garden. I just usually throw the plants in the ground and they end up looking pretty good. But he's a botanist. I mean, you're definitely good at it.
I just don't get the time to do it. It's like this summer, my flower beds were weed beds because that was the last thing. I mean, no one's going to sleep in the flower bed unless they got drunk and fell into them, I guess. And so they didn't get done. The stuff in the house got done. Okay.
Did you end up eating anything this morning?
I had oatmeal.
I think I need some brain food.
Okay. What made you... Okay, this is Cameron Pilitary. What made you guys want to start doing YouTube videos? Well, he was the one that really started doing it, and then I fell into it. But what made you want to start doing it?
First, I want to actually shout out to him. I mean, I've actually talked to him. So.
Oh, you've spoken with Cameron.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
He's not the Cameron that you went to school with, though. Okay.
No.
Yeah, because he looks younger there.
So, I don't know. I just guess I was already filming. Like, we went to Africa and I was already filming. I had footage.
Yeah, and we just looked at some of that footage the other day, and I really think you should take some of that and do some sort of like a collage or just something else for a video, because man, that was probably like the best time so far that we've ever had, was doing that big trip together.
We gotta do it again.
Yeah.
I always filmed. I mean, I started out making claymations when I was really, really young, and there wasn't a platform like YouTube, when I was 5. So I just continued to make videos, and then I took a quick break when I went to the oil rigs, but then I started making videos again. And with phones, phones are such great cameras, so I had an iPhone 4, and I started filming everything. And then I actually wanted to start doing YouTube videos, but I just said, I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start doing it. And I just started realizing, I keep on saying I'm gonna do it, but I haven't done it yet. So one day I just picked up the camera and actually filmed a video. I was very, very nervous to put it out, and it's cringy, but I put it out and I started. And now, I'm a lot further ahead than I used to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Here's something this is interesting. Raphael Reynolds, y'all don't notice me anyway. I don't. Well, you're just noticed, Raphael. What's the most happiest memory that you have with each other? I think that was kind of what that's from Alyssa Cavazos.
Shut your eyes and figure, what's the first thing that comes to your head? I'll do the same thing.
That trip.
Okay, that trip was one of them.
That was epic.
I'm trying to think. My mind's blank. Uh-oh, Chris. What does that say about our relationship? No, just kidding. No, I have, let's see. Actually, you found this little, like, creature thing? It was like a stuffed animal. What was that?
Oh, it was a little mouse that would fit on top of your thumb, or a little thumb puppet.
We used to go hiking, towards the beginning of our relationship, and you'd bring it along with us. And you'd always do, like, this little, like, weird puppet voice. I know. But if I did it, it would be creepy.
Where did that little thing go? Where is he?
It's cute when you do it.
We said we were going to take him with us on trips, and then I don't know. He was a mouse, and he got stuck somewhere else. I Like Turtles asked, do you think you will sell the B&B someday and maybe travel?
I hope so.
Yes. I mean, you can't run a B&B for forever, and I've done it for 22 years, and so someday that will happen.
I've been here 8 years on and off, and I'm ready.
So
ready to move on.
Nico Berendesi? I don't know how to say that. Hi guys, how do you deal with differences in compatibility issues in the relationship? Do you guys have routines, cultures, rituals that are unique to your relationship, and does it bond you?
How do we do? Well, I mean, we're definitely a normal relationship, and we have tension.
Yeah.
Sometimes on the daily.
Yeah, this summer, with everything being so busy, it was tension-filled. Just because, like, when you're working constantly and don't really have time to spend together, you kinda, I don't know, it's not the best situation.
It gets frustrated. I mean, there's been more nights that I was a little frustrated going to bed, and it was tough to even get in bed with you. But I still love this guy very much, and I mean, I feel like that's any relationship. If you've been together for 5 to 8 years, you're gonna have some tension. Life is tough sometimes.
Okay, Miss Siski, she says, I'm a straight woman, but I learned so much about you guys. Love you both. Any kids in the future? And did we hit that one before? I think we did. We get that question a lot, and then here, would we adopt a child? And again, it would be a consideration, but if we felt like we could financially support them and provide a good life for them.
I think we're about right here.
Do you guys remember your proudest moment that you felt had to be celebrated but didn't? This can be either from your childhood or now. Love you guys so much. You guys never failed to put a smile on my face. Love you, Becky UK. That's Becky Thompson. The proudest moment that did we celebrate it or not? I don't know. I guess I was thrilled to finish my master's degree, and I was going to celebrate it with a couple of friends, and so I baked this. I made this big pot of spaghetti the night that I finished taking my master's orals, and we sat down to eat, and I swallowed one swallow of spaghetti, and it's like I had swallowed a rock. It was just like I had had so much tension for months and months, finishing up. They were both able to eat. I couldn't eat, and I didn't eat for a few days. It was, I don't know what happened.
And that was your proudest moment?
No, I don't know. But I was proud to finally finish my degree.
Oh, okay.
I was proud to finish my degree.
I feel like that was not answering the question.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what my proudest moment was.
We did not eat before this, so we're probably a little brain dead. I mean,
what was my proudest? I don't know what my proudest moment was.
I guess we still have... That means we still have time
being with you.
That's the cliche answer.
I'm proud of that.
That's the cliche answer.
But we've celebrated that some too. We'll celebrate it some more because it's kind of that semi-anniversary kind of thingy of your birthday and us getting together.
The first time.
First time ever I saw your face.
We should probably... Who has bigger feet?
He does. Don't ask anything beyond that.
See, It just moved again. Sorry, the phone keeps doing weird things. It's like reloading and then it just...
Yeah, this phone is doing some weird things at the moment, so I think we should probably wrap it up because it won't hold where we are. I don't know if you have to like touch it or what it is.
Let's see.
I can't stand to watch it when he does stuff because he's so fast.
I found it.
It drives me crazy.
Oh, okay. What's your religion? I used to say agnostic, which is the Greek word or a Greek meaning for lack of knowledge. But ultimately, I don't know. I don't know yet. I love learning about religion. I love learning about quantum physics. I love just learning in general, but I don't know.
That was from Vinny S. And I would say at this point, I don't have a religion. Of course, I grew up in the U.S. and so in a Christian family, but I consider myself more spiritual. That's the way I would describe it.
I failed the exam for join university. Give me motivation. Well, I have failed many exams for university when it comes to English, but somehow I went to a community college and actually took English 1010, which is like the entry level English class, and I somehow passed that class.
Okay, and here's something. John Mirage said, hope you can do a reaction video on this gay-themed advertisement, and there's a link to it. So we should watch that and see if it's something we could do a video to.
So what would you recommend for the university thing? The university question? Because I remember taking like placement tests for university, or it was the community college, but I think I failed the English at first and I had to retake it.
So...
My smell?
He's smelling good.
My man smell?
I like his man smell.
That was like, I saw that in
you
your
saw
eyes.
it in my eyes. You saw it in my eyes. It's like, we gotta cut the light off here. We gotta cut the camera off.
Sometimes it's fun to not like have the phone in your face. You know?
Oh, that's... we gotta cut the camera off. We gotta cut the camera off.
Answer the question of the university.
Okay,
though.
so the university. Now I gotta focus.
I don't think that college is the way for everybody.
No, okay.
It wasn't for me. I do not have a degree, and I probably will never get a degree. I don't know what the future holds for me, but it's just not my path.
Okay, so yeah, if you really want to be in a university setting, if you know your ultimate goal depends on that, then take the test, do whatever it is. I don't know, what you've done, but do a bit more studying and retake it. But I don't think university is for everyone. And I really haven't used my degree at this point. I hope maybe there's a way to go back and do that in some way. But I think the cost of going to a university, if you live in a country like the United States where it's not taken care of, it's not part of a socialized system so that your university is paid for. I think there's too much being spent on a university degree that doesn't really get people that way. I mean, my brother did not go to the university. He makes a lot more than I do.
So I think it depends on what you're getting a degree in.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to be a doctor, obviously you have to
You better
get a degree.
go.
You have to get a degree. You have to have a certification.
Well, you have to have you just have to have the degree. Yeah, it's just I don't know, not knowing what it is that your interests are, but if your interests are specific in that you have to have a degree to make that happen in your life, great. If it's something that there are ways now that just by studying on your own and proving yourself, I think, there's all these classes. I see these ads from experts, and they're saying like, just watch this, and you don't have to go to college. I hope this is still filming.
Yep, it's 42 minutes.
Oh my gosh! So you're not gonna want to watch all this. Did they? Anyway, so all right, we're cutting this off.
Alrighty, guys.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for everything. Thanks for being patient. Thanks for listening to us this long, because
If you did,
I feel like I'm more tongue-tied right now. Have I been tongue-tied?
I don't think.
I don't like reading on camera. It's actually something I've had to work on my whole entire life.
But you do a lot better now than you did to begin with.
Yes.
You're improving.
Yes.
You're
I am
improving.
improving. So with the university thing, it just shows you that if you're failing a test now, if you work hard at it, you could pass if that's what you really want. If that's your goal, go do it.
Yep. And so we're going to end this video. We got to go get something to eat.
What are you planning on eating? All right. So if you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. We want our subscribers to go
up.
Why, Russ?
And Chris.
Love you long time. Okay, let's show them how ticklish you are.
Okay, I'm not going to be ticklish right now.
Shut your eyes. Love you.
Love you too.